these guys are. The main thing is to keep the intensity up because everything else is working, and you want to keep this thing going.
Keep rolling. What?
Wow. Hornet with a super fresh Limp Bizkit reference. Gotta love that.
It's a timeless classic, Hank.
All right, well, back to my point. They can't take any games for granted here, because what happens when you miss the 4 seed by 1 game, and now you've lost home court for the first round of the playoffs? You never know what position you'll be in at the end of the season, or who you'll be battling with. That's why there can't be any let up. And the better the team is, the more they understand that. We're going to take your calls on this winning streak after a quick break for some music. Stick around. More Hank and the Hornet, 98.9 The Flex.
Get hip or get stunned.
The Knicks never looked better than they did earlier on, getting off the bus and getting ready for action. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the District of Columbia, so beautifully framed in the sunlight.
Yo, what it do, 2K fans? It's your boy JuKING the Boss, and today I want to talk to y'all about a little bit of what happened in that gameplay blog, what we read, and I took some time to really break it down. Now, for this video, I want to focus on one thing and one thing only, and that is the right stick adjustments. The adjustments made to the right analog stick for the current gen version of 2K21. I thought these were some great adjustments, and to me, based on it, I think that it's, without a shadow of a doubt, probably for me right now, the biggest win in 2K21 so far. So let me give you a breakdown of it. Now, some of you seen me do this video before. I redid it for quality purposes, and I felt I left some things out. So the quick breakdown is simple. If you hold the right stick down, you get the jump shot. If you hold the right stick to the left or the right, you do escape dribbles. If you hold the right stick up, you get your signature size ups. And by tapping the right stick in any direction, you get one-to-one chainable dribble moves. And then also, if you tap the right stick with a sprint, you get momentum dribble moves. Now, also they mentioned about park dribble moves being completely separate, but not completely separate. So essentially, to activate a park dribble move, you would have to hold the left trigger while tapping the right stick in a different direction, so you can get your park size ups, your park chainable moves, and everything. And I thought that was a big win. And so let's break down why is this a win. So if you play online, the one thing that you know is that there's a little bit of a input delay when it comes down to what you press and when it actually triggers in the game. And so what you see on screen happens quicker than you think, but too late for you to do anything about it. All right, it's always weird. And so first of all, by just putting the right stick down, holding right stick down to be your jump shot, right then and there, what you already doing is you're telling me that if I hold the right stick to the left or to the right, I won't end up pulling the trigger. Now, here's why that's a good thing. If you've seen players like Jason Tatum, how they play, they got that Kobe-esque kind of play. You see James Harden with his, step back into a jumper. Sometimes he step back into the hezzy and take it straight to the lane. Now, there are players who can do that now in 2K20, but it's a little more luck involved and a lot more timing involved than it should be. It should be, I input this, I see this, and then I input that. So I'm registering based on my inputs, and my inputs are registering on time. So I know there was a whole lot of confusion right there. Essentially, if you watch Jason Tatum play, you've seen him do, he take the ball up the dribble, look at this man, square in the eyes, hit him with a side step, pull up, or a side step, then bring it back the other way. So he'll do an escape dribble to the left, escape to the right, and then pull up. Now, here's why that's a good thing. Because if a jump shot is only going to be pulled based on what you're doing on the right stick, and you're not holding left on the left stick, or you're not holding right on the left stick, then that means that hopefully we see more spot up shots, more, straight up look like catch and shoot situations instead of a lot more leaners. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm hoping that it's still not dependent on too much of where the player was going after the catch was made versus the player catching the ball. Because how sometimes the person will pass you the ball and put you in a weird situation. So, and then when you look at the fact of the chainable dribble moves, this is something we've seen in 2K in the past, and telling you this is something that can be done now, just requires a lot more work. I'm hoping that it's not something that everybody's just going to be masters at right off of day one. I was never a good dribbler or a great dribbler at all in 2K, and I love the fact that there were people who had that skill set that were better than me at that. But when it comes down to I won't say a more simplified, but a simplified and advanced set of controls, to me this is a good move in the right direction, because it really means that if a person pulls down on the right stick, what they should see is they should see their jump shot being triggered instead of a behind the back or a step back. You know, like it's always something weird like that. And so hopefully we can see this play out perfectly in online play. I love playing in the park. I didn't play in the park as much this year, but I enjoyed when I did. I played more in the rec this year than I ever have. And so I really enjoyed getting it down online, but there was always that one fatal flaw to me, and that was responsiveness. So by making these adjustments to the trigger, then hopefully that means that these adjustments will showcase themselves even better online, and players who want to become, elite ball handlers, or, they want to become elite shooters and everything, they won't have more issues where the game reads a shot that they didn't try to do, or if you hold the left stick to the right to do an escape dribble, it doesn't trigger off a shot right after that. Sometimes you just want to hit them with the escape dribble, bring it back to the left, or hit them with the escape dribble, then step back, give you more space, pull a shot. So hopefully we'll see some quality in that. Now, y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about what y'all saw and read in the blog. We're going to talk more about everything else, but we're going to do it in pieces. We're going to do it in increments of videos, because I truly believe there was a lot in that blog. One video I'm going to do is going to talk about the 6'7", 6'8" point guards. And my thing is, I don't mind that being the new norm. The problem is that all they mentioned was the point guards, so there's a lot to talk about there. But I'm looking forward to seeing these adjustments on the right stick. I'm looking forward to seeing how I'm looking forward to seeing how these adjustments play out in the game. If these adjustments play out well, even though I'm looking more forward to the next gen version of 2K, if these adjustments play out well, the current gen version of 2K, even if all the animations are the same, even if everything looks the same, well, I do want a new park, maybe an extra park, nothing too fancy, just maybe an extra park. But if all these things play out, then the current gen version will not feel like a complete copy and paste, just a majority copy and paste, right? So hopefully we see some adjustments like that. Now, I want to know what your thoughts are. What's the biggest thing in the gameplay blog that you looked for, that you saw, that you read, that you really liked? I'm gonna talk about it all over the next few days, over the next few videos, as I'm preparing to do some PGA 2K21. That's gonna be dropping, if I'm correct, this Friday. So I'll be doing some of that. Now, the demo, I'll talk about that in a little bit, but just to give you a semblance of what I expect from the demo, I expect that we're going to see how these dribble moves work, how this right stick responds, but we're not going to get a full effect of it until the game drops when we're playing online. And also, please, whatever you do, when you play the demo, it's supposed to come out next week, so when you play the demo, don't make a brash decision that this just needs to change unless it truly does get triggered too often where it's something that's overpowered. If something feels overpowered, it usually is, but remember that the demo is not going to be a final version of the product that we will play gameplay wise. It's an earlier build, and they most likely did some revamping, did some testing, and they retweaked and reworked some things. So just give the demo a fair shake and take everything you can from it, but at the same time, do the best you can to learn as much as you can when it come down to the mechanics, when it come down to the dribbling, because that's what's gonna make the difference. This your boy JuKIng the Boss, and as you know, we're gonna have more videos coming out, working on the schedule now. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Hey, Shaq here. From one playmaker to another, I have to ask, what did you see on the floor tonight that made you a distributor as much as a scorer?
Squad goals, Shaq. You know, sharing is caring. I wanted to get everyone involved early. We're a much more difficult team to defend when guys are moving, the ball is moving, and then you have to hit shots. Shout out to my teammates, man. They were incredible tonight.
What a great guy. I love having him on the show.
Strong agree. We should have him on more often.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to James
up, man?
after the show. I'm sure he can make that
Oh,
happen.
yeah. Book it and cook it, Hank.
I hope you all enjoyed the series. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new so you catch all the new videos. If you want to continue watching that series, check out the video on the left. If you want to check out another series, check out the video on the right. If you got an idea for a different series you would love to see me play and give you my story-based content off of, let me know down in the comments below. Peace.